Hi, everybody. I'm Coach Rebecca Smith. I'm live to do a quick Q&A. I've been getting a lot of questions recently because the gymnastics season is just starting. A lot of people have big competitions this weekend, and I wanted to pop on and answer one quickly, and then also let you know about something that's coming up this weekend you might be interested in. So if you are just getting to know me, I am Rebecca Smith, the founder and director of Complete Performance Coaching and the Perform Happy online training program. And so I got this question from a gymnastics, it was either a gymnastics parent or a gymnastics coach. I'm not totally sure. I'll have to look back. But so here's her question. My athletes have confidence during the off season. Then when meet season hits, they struggle with confidence on skills they already have. And I struggle with trying to help them push past fear of skills they already have. This sounds like a coach. Okay. And you know what? Parents might be in that same position, but they have all this confidence in off season. I talk about July mindset. Can we be in July? You know, all the kids are like, it's going to be July. Everything's easier. There's no pressure. There's no ticking clock. You just work on upgrades. And when you're ready, you go to the next thing and you sort of ease into your skills. And then you get to January and it's like, go. Do it. If you're not ready, too bad. And so this big shift happens as we get into November, December, January, where they've been earning confidence all summer long, earning confidence through the fall, and then winter hits and it goes down, which doesn't make any sense, right? You would think that all the effort that you've been putting in would build to this beautiful, full piggy bank of confidence, but it doesn't work that way for everybody. So here's a quick answer as to why this happens. It's all about the mindset. It's all about the perspective, the way that you're looking at it. So what has changed from July to January? Well, everything. You guys are making everything different. Parents go from, oh, that's cool, you're working that new skill, that's great, to, did you do it by yourself? Did you do it without the mats? Oh my gosh, are you going to be ready? Do you have it? Are you ready? And athletes go from, oh, I want to try this. That would be fun. And I'm getting closer to, I'm not good enough. Oh my gosh, what if I can't do it without my coach there? It's the same situation with a completely different lens on it. Because in July, you're focused on the process. You're focused on getting a little better every day. You're doing it because you want to. You're in it for the love. You're not worried about winning. You're not worried about placing. You're not worried about qualifying. You just show up and do Tuesday, and then you do Wednesday, and then you do Thursday. But then the whole culture of gymnastics, and I imagine this happens for lots of other sports, switches when it's now time to do what we've all been working for. You know, it sort of takes the process out and goes, all right, process is done. Now it's time for outcomes. So we need this outcome and this outcome and this outcome. We need you to be perfect here. We need this to look great. And if it doesn't, we'll all be very disappointed. Is maybe not said in actual words, but it's said in actions and in energies. So I've noticed with the girls in the Perform Happy community who have been just like dynamos, working through their baby steps, rebuilding confidence, building self-confidence beyond their sport. And then season comes and they go from just blinders on, baby steps, just working on their stuff, not worrying about what other people are doing, to all of a sudden completely changing their perspective. So if you want to keep your confidence solid, it's kind of funny. It's not about go and get your skills and then you'll be confident. It's look at it like blinders on, baby steps. Just take baby steps and see if coaches, can you stay in the process? Because let's face it, this competition this weekend in Florida is not going to be their last competition. It's not even, it's like this little dot on the line of their gymnastics career. And what they have an opportunity to do at this competition is learn what they're made of, learn how they do under pressure, learn what works for them in their mental preparation, learn what works for them in their physical preparation. It's like a little mini check-in. So you train, you do the process, you work, you put in the effort, you put the attitude behind it, you show up and you're a good teammate. That whole process is really the whole point of the sport. If you want to have athletes that are not on this roller coaster of emotion. If you want to have even keeled athletes, it's about showing up, putting in the work, being good people. And then you go to a meet and it's like a little quiz, like, how's your training going? And then you go, wow, my training's not going well if my meet wasn't good. So instead of thinking, I'm not good, I'm not a good person, you think, okay, we need a lot more numbers on floor. We need a lot more numbers on beam. We need to work on this on bars, and then we're going to go and put extra effort on this on beam. And you take that and go, okay, new wisdom has been installed as a result of that experience. Great. Let's go back to what we were doing before in July, taking baby steps, getting a little better every day, focusing on the process, staying in your body, staying in the moment, executing skills, not just trying to be perfect and trying not to fall. Just don't fall, just don't fall. That steals so much excellence from people, the focus on just don't mess up. Instead of being in one skill or one pose and executing and feeling and letting that pose just completely be the only thing that you're focused on, the only thing that you're doing. Okay, so if you're focused on the outcome, it creates tension, it creates nerves, it eats away at your confidence, and it eats away at your self-esteem. Now, I'm not saying that you can't focus on goals, but the reason that you want to have an outcome goal is maybe if you're losing motivation in the gym, and you're like, oh, I'm so tired, I do not want to do this conditioning set. But then you're like, ooh, but I want to do well at that meet. Okay, I'm gonna push a little harder. I'm gonna dig a little deeper. If you need motivation in the gym, that's fine. Use your outcome goals. If you want to get to college, great. But I'm going to tell you, little fun fact, secret insight. When I talk to athletes about college, most of them, it is a source of stress that brings them down, that makes them feel less than, that makes them compare themselves to others, that makes them discount their personal process. It is such a big, overwhelming outcome goal for so many people that it pulls them out of the joy of the moment, the reason that they do their sport. And it sends them into this crazy high expectation, have to be perfect land of tension and stress that zaps the joy out of it. A lot of the time when I work with athletes, there's this clear moment in time where they became aware, maybe they were good enough for college, or maybe they had the timing sort of right for college, but it was going to be a struggle. And they go from loving this sport and being naturally good at it and having fun to having this external agenda. And what happens is that it zaps the joy out and creates a lot of tension and nerves. So yes, that college might make your heart beat. It might make you excited to be part of something. But if it's bringing you down and making you feel like you're not good enough, don't think about it. It's not helping. Don't think about the meet this weekend. I know this is easier said than done, but don't think about the outcome. Think about what is happening right now. Where are your feet in this moment? Where's your body in this moment? What does your breath feel like right now, coming and going in your body? And everything is okay. And if we can do those little check-ins, for this coach, if you can do those little check-ins, where are your feet? Everything is okay. You're okay. You've always been okay. You're going to be okay. Now let's get a little better right now. Just a little better attitude, a little better effort, a little more joy, a little more kindness. And then at the meet, you do the same thing. You just just get a little better. And then you promise yourself, no matter how I do at this competition, I'm going to learn from it. If I knock it out of the park, I'm going to reflect what worked. If I fail miserably, I'm going to reflect what worked. And that's going to make me a better competitor at the next meet. So it's all about the mindset, everybody. Now, quick announcement. On Sunday at 12 p.m. noon Pacific, I'm going to be running a free live training, and it is called the Sport Confidence Blueprint. So if you are not already in our Sport Confidence Accelerator Facebook group, join us. It's a free Facebook group. We have like almost 1,000 people in there, lots of athletes, lots of gymnasts, cheerleaders, figure skaters. baseball players, lots of different types of sports in there. And what we're going to do in the free live training is I'm going to talk through the 5 massive mistakes to avoid when you're trying to get over a mental block. And that's any, big dip in confidence or big sort of insurmountable problem. So 5 massive mistakes that people are commonly making. One of them, I don't actually know if this is one of the official ones, but I'm going to tell you right now, one of them is the way that you praise your athlete. If you're like, wow, that was perfect, or you are on track for the meet, you're so talented. The ways that you praise your child actually sets them up for a fear of failure and kind of melting down under the pressure. So we're going to talk about that. And then I'm going to give you the 4-part recipe, basically the blueprint for how to go from lacking confidence to rebuilding, and then how to actually make it stick. So there are so many people out there, so many sports psychology people and motivational people who are like, here's how you get your confidence back. But then they miss the whole second part, which is how do you address the relationships that really matter, that make confidence last, that make it a part of your being, not just something that you can sort of like Band-Aid on top of a fearful person. So we're going to talk about that on Sunday at noon. I did that so that our UK friends can join us. And then we also have next week. So if I know many of you are probably competing this weekend, you can register for it and just catch the replay. That's one option. Or we have live trainings happening Tuesday and Thursday as well. So I will post the link the link is already in the Sport Confidence Accelerator Facebook group. I'll post the link on this video as well. If you have any questions, reach out to me, Rebecca@performhappy.com. And I wish you all a wonderful, happy season. And I hope that everybody can just be where your feet are today. All right, I'll see you soon.